Good evening, YouTube. Welcome to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. Paisano and Genevieve. She says it's freezing down here. Freezing in the dungeon. But let me tell you something. It wasn't freezing where this guy was from. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Oh my goodness. Jamaica, man. Nice and toasty warm there, right? That'd be nice around this time. Very cold where we are. Very, very cold. Chilly, chilly. This was Bob Marley and the Wailers' last studio album. Unfortunately, Bob Marley passed away in 1981. This was released in 1980. And I did a little bit of research on this album. I wanted to see where this album fell into, people's view of Bob Marley's albums. And this album ended up all over the place when I reviewed some rankings of Bob Marley's albums. One list had it as the worst. Now, I think that's a little bit of a stretch. Certainly not the worst, and not the best. Most of them had it around, fifth or sixth, which I think is about right. I mean, it did have two hits off it. Could You Be Loved and Redemption Songs, which Redemption Song is one of my favorite Bob Marley songs. Could You Be Loved, I could see that being a big dance hit at the time. And the rest of it is, performed admirably, although not his most inspired work. It's hard to compete with, Catch a Fire or Burnin' or, Natty Dread, Rastaman Vibration, most of which I've reviewed already. Go back and check those out if you're interested in Bob Marley and interested in me talking about Bob Marley, which is a matter of debate, I'm sure. Let's go over the track listing. Coming in from the cold. We'd like to come in from the cold, wouldn't we? Real Situation, Bad Card, We and Dem, Work, Zion Train, Pimper's Paradise, Could You Be Loved, Forever Loving Jah, and Redemption Song. You can see the group there. Bob Marley was not well at this point. The cancer that started in his toe back in the 70s had spread to his brain, and he died. He was only 36 years old, but what a legacy he left behind. This came out on Island Records. It's a reissue. I bought it in the mid-'80s. It's the classic Island logo on there. Seems like I've owned it forever. It's in very good shape. It played very, very well. I can tell how excited Genevieve is about Bob Marley and the Wailers. Who wouldn't be? Reggae at its finest, man. Not quite its finest, but a pretty good reggae album. Was Chris Blackwell still on board here? It was mixed by Chris Blackwell, produced by Bob Marley and the Wailers, with executive producer Chris Blackwell. So Chris Blackwell was the owner of Island Records, and he had his hand. Bob Marley was one of his prized artists, no doubt. All right. I don't have much more to say about this one. Tune in Monday night. We'll give the old Pittsburgh Pirates hat a shake. We'll draw another album. Sound good? Mm-hmm. Nice and short. You can go back up to the warmth. Until Monday night, YouTube. Thank you and good night. Say good night. I can't even shut her up. I can never shut her up. Just blah, 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 blah.